Hi, I'm Caleb.
Hi, I'm Darian.
And today we're not talking about board games, which is weird. I know. Oh, I'm
Oh
scared.
my god.
It's scary. No, we're talking about our 5 favorite horror movies of all time. Right now, I'm scared because there's so many cats in here.
How
And
many
there's
cats are in here?
I don't know, they're running around everywhere making noise.
Bring him in the camera. He's cute.
That's fine.
He'll get a lot of views.
He's
fat.
Dude,
Get him. Oh, look at him.
what is he doing? You're scaring
Come
me.
here.
Just attacking stuff.
Come here, baby.
Not even really our cat. We didn't claim them. Okay, here he is. That's pretty cute.
He is pretty cute.
Yeah.
He's just a baby.
So yeah, I guess we can start with you.
Me?
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is just talk about some of our favorite movies.
Top. It's.
So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of our favorite movies, and then we are going to next week talk about our favorite horror board games. Very excited for that. So yeah, we'll start with you.
Start with me, and at number 5, I'm actually last minute switching this. It's gonna be Shutter Island.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes, which you've never
Never
seen. And so I don't want to talk too much about it because it will spoil the movie for him. But I actually can't say anything about it except that it was more than I was expecting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and if I say anything else, it will spoil.
Yeah, apparently somebody tried to tell me about it, and they're like, "Oh no, I can't tell you," because pretty much when you talk about it, you're just ruining the whole film.
You can't talk about it.
Yeah, that's
why it doesn't get talked about. It's a great movie, but that's why people don't talk about it, because if you haven't seen it, that's it.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's my number 5.
Number 5. All right, my number 5 is so funny. This is. I should switch these. I'm gonna switch them too. I'm doing it right now. Whoa! What is this? What is that?
I've been playing with it.
Oh, I thought he brought it up. I'm like, whatever. All right, that's not our cat. Don't know where it came from. So yeah, I'm gonna switch these. Number 5 is the Blair Witch Project.
Oh, you're switching.
I'm switching it, yeah. And the reason why is, so I initially before I saw this one, I saw Paranormal Activity. It gave me nightmares. It was awful. It was terrifying. It was the first movie that I've ever seen where it didn't actually show, like, the evil. You know, in every movie, you know, it's like a slasher, or like, you know, you see their face. But what's so much more terrifying is the unknown and what you can't see in front of your face. That just gets me every time.
Yeah.
Every time a movie does that, I freak out. Especially if it's like...
You know what we didn't put on here? And I don't know why neither one of us didn't put it into our honorable mentions. What is it called? It's where they're in the catacombs.
Yes, I know. I thought about that one.
What is that one called?
That is called As Above, So Below.
That would have been on my list.
That's another one. So
As Above, So Below.
I love... it's kind of a gimmick, but I love when films do the whole one camera shot the whole way through. It just makes it so much more terrifying for some reason. I don't know what it is, but the Blair Witch Project...
constantly waiting for something wrong
Exactly.
to happen.
It's the constant slow burn and the build up. Yeah, so the Blair Witch Project, the reason why I chose that one is because of that reason. And As Above, So Below does it, Paranormal Activity, like, you know, there's so many, but there's something about the Blair Witch, and it was the first film, I believe, that did the whole one camera shot throughout the whole film. And I don't know, it was so disturbing. So the Blair Witch Project, my number 5.
My number 4 is a movie that he showed me. And it is called The Village.
Yes.
And this is by
M.
M.
Night
Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
I really like his stuff. I don't think a lot of his other stuff would be in my top, but The Village really does a good job of, like, scaring you.
That's our dog walking around, by the way.
Yes, that's our dog.
That's what the monsters sound like.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was a really good movie. It freaked me out the very first time I watched it.
And then you found out the twist, and then it's
It was crazy. I don't want to spoil it, but it's a really good movie. You should
there's
go
a big
watch it.
well that's what M. Night Shyamalan does. He does this thing where, You know, in The Sixth Sense, best twist in a film ever, I think. Especially for horror genres go. Yeah, that was it. And then The Village was next on my list because like as soon as you find out what's going on. And it's a slow, like they say this and then there's this happening and this happening and then it's
crazy.
Whoa.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a fun movie too. All right,
but yeah,
so
my number 4, Village.
Yes. So my number 4 is it's Child's Play. And the reason why it is because when I was younger, this was the only horror movie that I watched on repeat. I don't know what it was about Chucky that sold it for me. And honestly, if Chucky was real, that would be the most scary thing in the world. Seeing a doll come to life and run after you. But I love the animatronics and that, and I don't know, for an 80s movie, they did such a good job with Child's Play. And, you know, they kind of went on and, I don't know, some are good, some are bad. I don't think I've seen them all.
I love the Bride of Chucky stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. And I know a lot of people hate it, but I freaking love it. Like, I watched those movies so much. The Seed of Chucky, and I watched those so much. And I hear that in the new Chucky show, which I hear is actually really good.
It's pretty awesome, yeah.
That it, like, connects to all
the movies. That's really cool.
All of them.
Yeah, I think I've only seen the first 3.
We can go through and watch all
that'd be really fun.
I will do it.
Yeah,
because I love them.
Well, so when I was younger, though, I dressed up almost every year from late elementary school until at least high school. Yeah, every year was Chucky. Every year I dressed up as Chucky. Yes, I had a really nice mask from, I think it was Hot Topic or something. And yeah, I don't know where it is now, but it's like beat to shreds almost. It's just like the silicone's like dying and But Chucky is it, and number 4 is Child's Play. So
my number 3 is technically spelt with 2 V's. But you don't pronounce it that way.
Yeah.
But whatever. I feel like you should. But it is The Witch.
Yes.
The Witch, which is another one you introduced me to, I think.
Yeah, I think it was like one of the first psychological horror films that I thought was actually amazing that I've ever seen. Because
you would love Shutter Island.
Yeah, well, I'm sure I would. Yeah, but no, The Witch.
The Witch.
Yeah.
It took me in places, like directions that I wasn't expecting it to take, and it kept surprising me, yet freaking me the hell out.
It's just disturbing.
It is.
The whole film is just, it's really hard to watch, really.
It really is.
Yeah, but gosh, and there's not really any jump scares except one. You remember what it was? Yeah. Yeah, no spoilers, but it's
hard to get through, but it's a good watch. Like,
yes,
it's a good watch.
It is, yeah. And I want to see his other films too. He did so there's The Witch, The Lighthouse, and then The Barbarian, I believe. I've heard is amazing. The Witch.
Number 3, The Witch.
Yep. So my number 3, I think I've seen,
which was also possibly almost on my list.
Yeah, I can't believe it's not. I think I've seen. I went to the theaters like 4 times to see it. Maybe I don't know. I couldn't get enough, and that is Get Out. Oh my gosh! Talk about psychological horror.
Oh yeah, can't spoil it.
So we really can't talk about the film at all, except the journey that it took me through. There were so many symbolisms, and there's so many people that I try to tell about this film, and I don't want to say a word because when I went into it, I barely knew. I knew it was like an indie psychological whatever horror, but it changed the game for me. And the actor, gosh, what is his name? I always forget his name.
I don't know.
He has a long last name, but I remember first seeing him on Black Mirror, and his performance in that. I knew that this guy was going to go places. And then when this film came out, I was like, I have to see this because of him. He is so believable. He's probably one of my favorite actors of all time. And then when he did Judas and the Black Messiah, I want to cry thinking about that film. I don't even talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Get Out, just like I said, I saw it so many times I couldn't get enough. And each time that I watched it, I kept finding more symbolisms and more like Easter eggs. It is so fun, but it is also really hard to get through, kind of. But Jordan Peele did a great job at making it still fun, and not like the way that he does his films, like with Us, and we haven't seen Nope, but the way that he does his films, it has like this playful factor, and it like when it gets too serious, he throws in some jokes, and he tries to make it kind of funny, but that's what kind of makes it, I don't know, more real to me, and I guess because you have to find humor in the darkness, I think, but yeah, I don't know. So
yeah,
Get Out is number 3. The cats are knocking down they knocked down the pole.
My number 2, this kind of fought for number 1, but then at the end of the day, I can't take number 1 away from where it is.
That's so funny because we watched these kind of back to back. But go ahead.
We did. Midsommar. And can't talk about that movie.
Again, you can't really say much.
You can't talk about it, but it's another one that you just gotta watch.
Yeah, but if you... what I want to say about it, do you mind if I say something?
Go ahead.
So, there are more daytime scenes in that film than nighttime.
It's not dark.
No, but
it's a beautiful, bright, sunny, colors vibrant film.
Yeah, but no, it's so mind-bending. I think this was the one that just messed with me too much. Like, it really did.
It really did.
It held on so hard, and I was just like, there's probably places like this. This probably exists, and like, I don't know. They did such a wonderful job. But yeah, what do you love about it?
Florence Pugh.
Yeah. Is it Pugh?
Pugh.
I don't know how to. Yeah, but yeah, Florence.
Make sure.
Florence. Oh, it's fine. Well, I couldn't even say what was his name.
Florence.
We know who we're talking about. Just look it up.
She, first of all, deserves every award ever.
Yeah.
Like, just for her performance in it, I felt like I was watching like a real life thing because like she is amazing. And it was so believable. That's what makes it such a good movie too, is because it's so like you believe this is actually happening.
Yeah.
Like it felt like almost like a documentary, like because of how it was like.
Yeah, just the acting in it was very believable.
Very.
100%.
Yeah.
And, it's funny, a lot of horror films don't really get that very often. It's very kind of B-horror. Well, this is more indie horror, but
What was something that we watched recently with a woman actor, and it was scary, and she was, like, so emotional, and we were like, man.
It was Hereditary.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But we won't talk about it yet.
That's why it's
all right, so
number 2, Midsommar.
Yeah. All right, so my number 2 is another movie that I was like on Netflix just watching on repeat. I don't know why. It is called The Invitation. I wanted to tell everybody about this movie because nobody knew about it. And this is from 2015. There's another movie called The Invitation it just came out a few years ago. But I told all my friends about this, and I invited them over. I had them watch it. This is my favorite slow burn. It just, at first, it's just a dinner.
Time,
yeah.
So I can't really.
Yeah. Well, at first it's just a dinner party that, they're all getting together, but there's a reason for it. Can't tell you why. And it's just everybody starts sharing stories and starts talking about things, and then it gets really weird. Mm-hmm. But it does it on the right notes and the right times. Nothing happens for like 45 minutes. But everything happens because you learn so much with everybody's stories and stuff. And then when the crap hits the fan, oh man, that moment, my heart raced so fast the first time I watched this. And the ending was really cool. And this was an indie title as well, I believe. But yeah, again, would watch this one again and again. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
we'll totally watch it again. I would go through that. The acting in that again, just gosh, awards need to be given for horror movies, and they just don't. But you know, that's that. So number 2, The Invitation.
My number 1, we accidentally just spoke about because I forgot.
Yeah.
Just thinking about this movie really stresses me out.
Yeah.
Because I never had a bigger shock in my life.
Yeah.
Than during. I can't talk about it. It really stresses me out to even talk about it.
Yeah.
But Hereditary, it's number 1.
Yeah, Hereditary.
It is.
What is so funny? Hold on. Who is it? Toni Collette. Love her. She was in Little Miss Sunshine. Just, yeah, she is.
Oh my. The performance from her. I can't talk about the film, but as a mother, I could feel.
Yeah.
And then the twist.
She sold it.
The twist.
What's so funny is that normally twists happen near the end, but this one just comes early, and it just gets you, and you're like.
I've also realized something after we watched it. She has a hobby that she does, and it's kind of her job, and she like kind of gives away what happens in the film if you pay attention at the beginning when it's panning through her stuff.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
We'll have to watch it again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And apparently Midsommar does it too with the paintings.
Yeah. I can't believe that this is not on my list. This was in my honorable mentions. Yeah.
I've never audibly gasped.
Oh yeah.
As loud as I have than when I watched this movie. And I literally I didn't know what to do. I kept repeating like, what?
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny too is that so pretty much all these are psychological horrors, not very much slashers in a way, but yeah. That's what's so terrifying to us is the mind.
The mind.
The mind.
Not the mind is a very powerful thing, and it can be terrifying.
Especially,
because it can make up all sorts of things.
Oh, yeah. A few honorable mentions. So, The Conjuring, which is one that's surprisingly not in our list.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very good. Cloverfield. Another one camera shot thing that So alien invasions are like kind of laughable, at certain points, but now it's starting to get more real. It's just with this movie, I loved barely seeing the whole monster or the alien or whatever, and that made it more scary because I'm like, how big is this thing? What does it look like? What's going on? So my mind's doing all these things. And when they go in the sewers, or not the sewers, but the subway, and just.
But it's like you stop believing. Because you're like, there's no way, because like you haven't seen the thing, and then it's so good.
Yeah, no, it's more of a disaster film, I think. But man, it's so, I don't know, I loved it. But that's me. And then Hereditary is honorable mention. So, also Dracula, the original Dracula.
So good. It has no right being this good. The acting in it. Oh gosh,
1931, amazing. 32, something like that.
Yeah.
You can't get any better.
Yeah,
that was so good. Yeah. All right, so my number 1 is Alien, and the reason why, Sigourney Weaver.
That is the only reason why.
Oh my goodness! I do love her very much.
I love her very much.
Yeah, she's
like I am in love with her.
Yeah, she's really cool. But yeah, this Alien. I don't like slasher movies. I love sci-fi, so sci-fi horror is always going to be skyrocketing up. But yeah, they did such a wonderful job with the prosthetics and the few little twists. There's like 2 little twists, and when they go back to back, it's just whoa! It's so fun, and yeah, it's one that I want to play every Halloween. It's just tradition for us.
And I've now officially seen it for the very first time.
Very recently,
fully.
Yeah.
Because I think I watched it at one point, because some kind of bits and parts, like bits and pieces, like I kind of remembered. Yeah. But like, this is my first time like watch.
Yeah. No,
and I loved it.
Yeah, I think that the tension buildup is phenomenal. It's the amount of time that it takes to get to certain points of the film, and when the strobe lights going on, you're like, what am I gonna see? We're about to have seizures.
It was bad.
But Alien, and the other ones. We'll talk about later, maybe one day, but or because you need to see them. But so number one has to be Alien. It just really does. It's so fun. It's just a great movie, and it still freaks me out because the alien's so creepy, and it's just, I don't know. I love 80s horror, and that one's just perfect.
Yes,
the best. So all right, thanks for watching our top 5
movies.
Yes,
horror movies. Who knew we would do movies?
Yeah, no. So next week we will definitely be doing our favorite horror board games.
We need a little extra time to play some of them because we did just get Nemesis.
Yeah, Nemesis.
And we would like to rank it properly.
Yes, and then we have Mansions of Madness that we just recently played. So there's quite a few in our lineup.
I think I can safely say we're Mansions of Madness will lie.
Oh boy, yeah. Well, I think we're gonna do a top 10, and we'll each not know each other's, and it'll be kind of fun. So we'll do that. But that's our video. So thanks for watching.
Thank you so much.
Bye.